Time limits suck. I have to pause the game and keep an eye on the time. The time's distracting. See these 6 candles? They're very good power-ups. Just whip around and you got nothing but hearts. I went up by about, 13. The jumps in this game are kind of impossible. And then you have to go back to the bottom of the screen and then lose again. But go for as many power-ups as you can. They help. All the power-ups you get help a lot. So YouTubers, just remember, power-ups help a lot, but just beware the time limit. It will haunt you. Any Super Nintendo game, you always gotta worry about the time limits. Killer Instinct's no exception. It's a pretty good game, but time limits. Zombie! Leaf monster! Zombie! These monsters are a real pain, by the way. So you gotta get to the end of the level without worrying about them, or you'll be in so much trouble in this game. You get to the swamp. This mud you can float on, just don't stay on there so long or you'll sink and drown. It's more quicksandish. You fight the crows, get the power up, and that's extremely simple. But the boss battles aren't. Medusa testicles going up from the ground. Crows you gotta fight. And you die automatically going back to the beginning of the level. Now that's a pain too. So I know there's no time limit. I'm exiting off of the videos. Here we go. Game starts. Time limits are the most painful part of the game. I cannot stress that enough. Because the time limit you have to worry about. Dying is something you have to worry about. Even the enemies in this game are something you have to worry about because they will not stop chasing you. And if you stop to kill them, you run out of time, but at least you don't have something draining your energy at the whole moment. They're draining your energy, and yet the time is something to beware, and you're distracted because of the time limit, so you're completely off focus through the whole game. Even the frogs are painful. I never knew that. You get most of the same enemies except for the bosses, which you don't have to worry about because, who cares? The most painful enemy is actually the frog because they drain your energy fast. Faster than the bosses in the game, I may add, but I will get to that later. If you're ever in these small spots here, you can get to the blocks that you can break for power-ups. Now that's really simple to remember because blocks that break, you get power-ups from nothing, which is good because you don't have to worry about, the standards they give you, trying to beat the game while having low power, and then the hearts, well, first of all, the hearts are actually what you use for your special energy, what you got up in the box up there. Keep collecting your hearts. You can use the weapon the same amount of times, or as far as I know. Nothing much else to talk about except these bosses are a real pain. I'm in another boss level, which means brace yourself. Medusa, you bitch. See, what you don't have to worry about in the game is if you're ever behind Medusa, which I haven't done yet, is you don't have to worry about dying. So YouTubers, I know since this is off a webcam, I don't know how to speak right. And then I died. You lose a lot of your energy just because you have to get past the Medusa. And you start over on the level again. That's really a bigger pain, too. Screw you, enemies. Forget the power-ups. See, this is actually the sometimes you'll have to save, forget the power-ups, forget the candles, forget the enemies. Just get it through because you don't have to worry about the time limit. And save your energy. I mean, save all your energy because if you worry about the power-ups or the enemies, you run out of time. Plus, if you run out of energy, you die easier in the boss battles. That's the thing about most video games. They're about dying and your main character dying. This is so boring. I thought this would be a fun game, but now it gets so boring after a while. Restarting the level. But that's the part about most games, you gotta start at the beginning of the round. So, I'm slouching over because I'm right next to the laptop right here, see? So. And he died. So, checking for the next part of the game where I defeat an enemy. I know it's, kind of stupid of me to continue, like, not having a complete talk through, but it is kind of a waste of time. So, check out the next video. Well, if I do get it up. Get it up, that's funny.